Hi, welcome to ACCQ Continuing Professional Education. Ngayong session na to, pag-uusapan naman natin yung notes payable. Ano ba itong notes payable na to? Now, well, notes payable is normally found under current liabilities sa financial statement, no? Kung minsan, ito rin ay nakikita dun sa non-current liabilities. Well, pag sinabing notes payable, hindi mayali sa atin yung naiisip rin natin yung bang parang isa siya sa mga variation or parang counterpart siya ng accounts payable. Well, there is a difference between accounts payable and notes payable. Of course, one of the similarities of both is that they are normally dun sa trade ginagamit. Now, under the definition of notes payable, it says that a note payable is a promissory note. It's an unconditional promise in writing made by one person to another, signed by the maker, engaging to pay in demand or at a fixed or determinable future time in a sum certain money to order or to bearer. So there are at least two parties in a notes payable transaction, no? Yung maker and the one that who is borrowing, no? Yung bearer nung notes payable, no? Or yung umuutang. Now, sa initial measurement of notes payable on PFRS 9 paragraph 5.1 Point 1 provides that a notes payable not designated at fair value through profit or loss shall be measured initially at fair value minus transaction costs that are directly attributable to the issue of the notes payable. In other words, transaction cost includes yung mga doon sa notes payable na yon, kasama siya doon sa notes payable, sa measurement ng notes payable. However, if the note payable is irrevocably designated at fair value through profit or loss, the transaction costs are expensed immediately. So the fair value of the notes payable is equal to the present value of the future cash payment to settle the notes payable using market rate of interest. And so these are just some of the salient features of a notes payable. So mamaya gagawin natin yung mga problem solving dito involving accounting transaction on notes payable. So the fair value of notes payable is equal to the present value of cash payments to settle the notes payable using the market rate of interest. Now, some of the subsequent measurement of notes payable under PFRS paragraph 5.3.1 provides that after initial recognition, a notes payable should be measured at number 1 or letter A at amortized cost using the effective interest method. So mamaya magko-compute tayo ng amortized cost, no? So this is the subsequent measurement para dun sa notes payable. And yung pangalawa is at fair value through profit or loss. If the notes payable is designated irrevocably as measured at fair value through profit and loss. So the amortized cost of notes payable, the amortized cost of note payable is the amount at which the notes payable is measured initially. So ito yung mga gagawa tayo ng table dyan, yung mga amortization of the interest payments, tapos ibabawas yung pinaka-principal dun sa notes payable. So this is the subsequent measurement of notes payable, no? Yung bang present value of future cash payments, no? And of course, this is initially minus principal repayment And next is yung plus or minus the cumulative amortization using the effective interest method of any difference between the face amount and the present value of the notes payable. So plus or minus because it's either the notes can be issued at a discount or a premium, no? So ano natin yun, we will take that into consideration later, no? So ina-amortize natin yon during the life of the note. So let's take up this first example, no? So when the notes is issued solely for cash. So when the notes is issued solely for cash, the present value is the cash proceeds. So under this example, on November 1, 2020, an entity discounted its own note of 1 million at 12% for 1 year. So this is the computation. So the note payable is 1 million less the discount of 12%. So 12% times 1 million, that would be 120. So the net proceeds is 880,000, which is the present value itself. No? So kung i-journal entry natin dito yan, no? Okay, so as you can see it, so this would be debit cash since nakatanggap tayo ng pera for 880,000. Ito yung proceeds, cash proceeds na natanggap natin. And then credit notes payable, of course. Okay, ito yung, so for the amount of 1 million. Now, yung balancing figure here would be the discount on notes payable. Notes payable. So, lagay na lang natin dyan, notes payable. Ayan. So, this would be 120,000. Now, on December 31, so lagay natin dito, December 31, which is the financial statement date, no? I-amortize na natin yung discount of 120,000, no? Dun sa, no? So, mag-recognize na tayo ng expense. So, this one is debit interest expense. Interest expense. Okay. X na lang, ha? So, this would be, one question mark muna yan, no? And then, credit, discount on notes payable. Okay, so yung computation nito is 120,000 since ito yung yung discount. So ina-amortize natin whether it's a discount or a premium. Discount pagka mas maliit dun sa face amount nung notes. Premium naman pagka mas malaki siya dun sa sa face amount nung note, no? So of course yung amortization na yun para mailagay natin dun sa at the end of its life para maging siya yung bang sakto dun sa amount niya na which is 1 million or kung magkano man yung face amount ng bonds o nung notes. So in fact itong notes payable is also similar to bonds payable. So we will talk about that in a later session, no? Or in the future. So this one is 120,000 times 2 over 12. Bakit 2 over 12? Basta 2 over 12, no? Kasi November. So November, isang buwan yon, yung buong November, no? Kasi November 1 yon, no? So that's 1 month. And December, so 2 months yon. No? So equivalent na sa 2 months yon. So November, December. So this would be, calculator tayo para hindi tayo magkamali, no? Mahirap na, baka iba yung maisagot natin dito. Okay, so ilagay natin, no? Ano na natin, para sigurado tayo. Okay, so this would be 120,000 times 2 divided by 12. So you have 20,000 yung interest expense natin dito. Yan. So, and then the discount for notes payable. So, babawasan natin ito by crediting it, so for 20,000. Now, sa year-end financial statement, no, year-end FS financial statement, under current liabilities, okay, So, ang ano niya, ang notes payable is, okay, the notes payable is 1 million. Less the discount. Hope you can see it. Makikita ba? Yan. Go. Yan. Okay. Alam mo, minsan itong camera na to, isumpong to eh. So, discount on notes payable, magkano na lang siya? Actually, di ba 120 yung original, less yung 20,000 na credit natin dito. So, this would be 100,000 na lang. No? So, ang ano natin dito, ang carrying amount natin of our notes payable would be 900,000. So, actually, itong carrying amount na to is also the amortized cost. Okay, so this is the carrying amount. So, that is how we value yung valuation ng notes payable if cash proceeds, using cash proceeds. So, at this time, dito sa second example natin, ito naman yung interest-bearing notes, no, issued for the equipment. No? So, ito yung pagpapalit niya. No? So, under this particular topic, no, when a property or non-cash asset is acquired by issuing a promissory note which is interest-bearing, the property or asset is recorded at purchase price. So the purchase price is reasonably assumed to be the present value of the note. Therefore, the fair value of the property, because the note issued is interest bearing. So let's take this example here. So it says on January 1, 2020, an entity acquired an equipment for 1 million pesos payable in 5 annual equal installments. So take to 200,000 for the next 5 years. So every December 31 of each year. So interest is 10% on the unpaid balance. So journal entry muna natin, no? So, January 1, lagay lang natin dito, no? Let's take up the transaction on January 1, which is debit for equipment. Okay, so the equipment is valued at the present value of the note, which is 1 million. Okay, so this is the fair value of the equipment. So, credit naman tayo, of course, notes payable. So, pinagpalit yung notes payable para doon sa equipment for 1 million. So, tumaas yung liability natin, kaya credit natin, no? The same manner, tumaas naman yung asset natin, kaya dinebit natin. So, pagdating naman dito sa December 31, which is the balance sheet date, okay, so, i-recognize naman natin yung interest expense since meron siyang interest of 10% on the unpaid balance. So, interest expense, lagay natin dito, interest expense. Okay, so the computation here is 1 million. Ito yung present value ng note times 10%. So, buong taon yan. So, this would be 100,000. And then, debit also yung note payable kasi magbabayad na tayo sa pang-unang taon at the end of the year. Now, for how much? For 200,000 because it's equal installment. So, this is 1 million divided by 5 years. No? So, that's why 200,000. And then, credit cash. So, we will pay the notes payable, yung principal plus yung interest for 300,000. Now, at the end of the financial statement dates 2020, December 31, 2020, the carrying amount of the note payable would be 1 million less 200,000, so 800,000. Now, pagdating naman ng this is 2020 incidentally. So if this is 2021, so on December 31, mag-ano rin tayo, magre-recognize rin tayo ng interest expense On the unpaid balance, so this would be 800,000. Ito yung present value ng note, no? Okay, so 800,000 times 10%. So this would be 80,000. And then yung kasi ang pag-compute para dun sa interest, no, would be yung carrying amount, which is 800,000. No, kasi binawas na, nagbayad na siya ng 200,000. No? So magiging 800,000 na lang. Yun na lang yung principal na natitira. So times 10%, so dun tayo magbabase ng interest. So that is why it's 80,000. So i-debit natin dito, of course, note payable. So kasi para dun sa na yun, para dun sa taon na yun, 2021, magbabayad siya ng 200,000. And yung cash for 280,000. So this third naman, pangatlong example naman natin is about yung non-interest bearing note issued for property. So when a non-interest bearing note is issued for property, we record the property doon sa value cash price. Now cash price is assumed to be the present value of the note. Now, yung cash price na yon, actually, yung pera matatanggap, saka yung value ng note, no, yung face amount ng note represents the interest. Kasi wala naman lender na ipapart niya yung property niya or ibibigay niya or bibenta niya na walang interest. Of course, laging may interest yun. Sinasabi lang na non-interest bearing pero may imputed interest na yon. So let's take this example here, no? Okay, so on January 1, 2020, an entity acquired an equipment with a cash price of 350,000 for 500,000. Yan. Hope you can see it. There. 100,000 down payment, yun yung binigay, and the balance payable in 4 equal annual installments. So, i-journalize natin, no? So, journal entry. Yan. So, journal entry for 2020, no? So, i-ano muna natin yung transaction ng January. So, January 1, again, this would be the value of the, debit equipment, kasi ito yung na-acquire natin, no? For how much? For 350,000. So this is the cash price, no? Okay, cash price of 250,000. And then meron tayong binigay, di ba? Na cash. Okay, so cash was given, so credit natin, no? Kasi 100,000 down payment. So okay lang kahit na mauna yung credit, no? Kasi ito balancing figure yan. So this would be 100,000. So yung note payable natin, kasi 500,000 lahat yon, no? 500,000, pero nagbayad na tayo ng cash down payment at the beginning of the year. So meron tayong 400,000 na notes payable pa. Okay, and then yung balance dito would be the discount. Okay, so discount on notes payable. So this would be, so 500 dyan, less 350. So this would be 150. Okay, so dito naman, at the end of the year, so this is December 31. So i-amortize na natin ngayon yung discount. Okay, so pero bago yan, magbabayad muna tayo, no? So debit cash, debit notes payable, debit notes payable, kasi ang sabi diyan, the balance is payable in 4 equal annual installments. So yung unang taon niya yung sa December 31, 2020, kasi 1 year yon, no? So bayad tayo ng notes payable by debiting it, since mababawasan na yung notes payable natin, no? So this would be for 100,000. Okay, and then ang i-credit natin, syempre cash, kasi cash yung binigay natin. Okay, so that's for 100,000. Now, meron pa tayong isa pa, which is yung, I hope you can see this, no? Okay. Para dito sa December 31, yung interest expense. Okay, so interest expense of how much, no? Mamaya, i-compute natin. And discount on notes payable. So, hindi pa natin alam yan. Gagawa muna tayo ng amortization table. So, here it is. So, table of amortization. Okay, para ma-compute natin yung kung magkano yung interest expense. So, ina-amortize natin yan, di ba? Kagaya nung bina-value natin yung notes payable, no? Subsequently, through amortization, no? Okay? So, lagay natin dito, this is here. Okay, so this would be your notes payable. Note payable. And of course, this is the fraction. And ito naman yung kung magkano yung pinaka amortization natin. Amortization. Okay, so I hope you can see this. No? So year is 2020. So para dito, yung note payable dito, no, is, well, this is 400,000. So nababawasan yan kada taon. So 2021, lagay muna natin dyan, 300,000. And 2022 is 200,000. And the last year, which is 2023, this is 100,000. So this is 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 1 million. Okay, so 1 million. Okay. So ayun yung, kukuha lang tayo ng fraction dyan. Okay, so this would be 4 over 10. Kasi ito yun. This is 4 million over 1 million. So 4 over 10 na lang. So 3 over 10, 2 over 10, and 1 over 10. So, multiply ulit natin, ha? So, para hindi tayo magkamali, gumamit tayo ng calculator. So, this would be 400,000 times 4 divided by 10. This would be, well, the total amortization here, this is actually 100. Ito yun, yung kumagkano yung discount na yan. So, 150,000. So, pag-compute niyan is 4 over 10. 4 divided by 10. Okay, so that's 0.4 times 150,000. Kung magkano. So, parang pinoprorata natin. So, this would be 60,000. Okay, so 3 over 10. Para sa susunod na taon, sa 2021, 3 divided by 10. That would be 30% times 150,000. This would be 45,000. So ito nakikinita-kita ko na 30,000 na niya. Kahit walang compute. Tapos yan 15,000. Okay. Kasi 15,000 yung niya, intervals. Now this one is well, interest expense para dito is 60,000 and discount on notes payable 60,000. Ayan. So dito yung ayan na yung niya. Yung magiging computation niya. So this is another variation of non-interest bearing note, which is pinagpalit sa sa equipment, no? So let's look at the problem first. So on January 1, 2020, an entity acquired an equipment for 1 million payable in 5 equal annual installments. So kung 5 yun, that would be 200 kada taon. Kasi 200,000 times 5 would be 1 million in 5 years. So 5 equal annual installments on December 31 of each year. So at the end of the year, yung payment, no, ng principal. So the rate of 10% is assumed to be the prevailing market rate of interest. Ayan. So normally given yan, no? So that's the prevailing market interest, no? So for this kind of transaction, no? Yung sa note, non-interest bearing note, no? In exchange for equipment. So the present value of an ordinary annuity of 1 for 5 years at 10% is 3.7908, no? Ito yung present value na. Now, for those of you who want to obtain that, kung using your cell phone, pwede rin yan kasi normally given naman yan, no? So, you can actually, even dun sa cellphone nyo, kasi ako, cellphone lang yung gamit ko. So, this is 1.1. Pindutin mo lang yung calculator mo dyan sa cellphone mo. I'm using this one. This is a Samsung cell phone. So, 1.1 divide by 1.1. So, equal sign mo lang yan. So, una lalabas 1. Tapos, another equal sign. So, 0.909 ang lalabas. Tapos, equal sign. So, puro equal sign lang yung pipindutin mo. So, 0.826 ang lumabas yung pangalawa. Then, 0.751 yung pangatlo. Then, 0.683 yung pangapat. At yung panglima, 0.621. Kung i-round off mo yung patanggalin mo yung 9. So, add mo lang yan. So, punta ka dun sa history. So, pag-add mo lang yan. So, add mo yung So, add mo yung 0.683 yung kanina. Add mo naman yung isa pa, yung on the third year. Tapos, yung sa second year, yung 0.826, saka yung pinakauna, yung 0.909. So, makukuha mo 3.7908, no? So, katulad niya, no? So, ganun lang. So, now, going here, no? So, i-ano na natin, kukumputin na natin to, no? Pero bago yan, i-journalize muna natin. So, this is on January 1. Binili niya equipment, so debit equipment, no? Because he acquired equipment for the notes payable. So, yun yung transaction nila, no? I-debit muna yung equipment. So, magkano natin i-value equipment? At since wala naman, obviously hindi natin nakita yung wala dito yung cash price or wala rin yung bang discounted price nung notes. So, kukunin natin siya by multiplying 200,000, which is the, ayan, yung 200,000 na binabayaran yung notes payable kada taon, no? At present value times 3.7908. And so, you can compute that. That would be how much? So, kunin natin yung calculator. No? So, incidentally, no, yung in such a case, the cost of the equipment is equal to the present value of 200,000 annual installment in 5 years at an appropriate rate of 10% or itong 3.7908. So, magkano lahat yan? So, that would be, computin natin, ha? So, 200,000 that times 3.7908. So, for decimal places na. So, that is 758,160. This is the amount of the equipment, no? Yung value ng equipment, no? At the present value. Okay, using the annual installments. Okay, and then of course this would the note payable here. So sulat na natin to note payable. Okay, which is actually 1 million. Okay, kasi 200,000 times 5 would be 1 million. And then yung balancing figure, which is discount on notes payable. So yung difference lang nitong itong 1 million saka so 1 million lagay natin, that would be around 241,840. Saya, no? Yeah. Okay. So yan, so 241,840. So on December 31, ito na yung na-amortize natin. So similar rin to dun sa ginawa natin kanina, although kasi ito, no, walang masyadong information regarding dun sa kung magkano yung equipment. Wala yung cash price, no? So we assume yung ano niya, yung installment nung note, no, times its present value. So this one is notes payable. So debit notes payable. Okay, so note payable, ito yung principal, no? Principal portion ng notes payable. So this would be 200,000 and credit cash for 200,000. So pera kasi, so every year kasi, every end of the year siya nagbabayad. And then yung dito naman sa December 31, no? Yung isa pa, no? Meron tayo dito na yung amortization ng discount on notes payable. No, so this would be interest expense. So hindi pa natin alam kung magkano. And then i-credit na natin yung discount on notes payable. Ayan, so babawasan na natin. Hindi pa rin natin alam. So gagawa ulit tayo ng amortization table. Gagawa tayo ngayon ng table of amortization. So ganun yung columns niya is composed of the date, payment, interest, principal, and present value. So mag-uumpisa tayo dun sa January 1. Okay? This would be, of course, yung payment is equal for 200,000 per year, no? Pero hindi yan sa January 1, actually sa December 31 yan. So, ang present value niya of the note is 758,000. So, lagay natin dito, 758,160. Saan nakuha yan? Dito. Yun. So, kada taon, no? So, 12/31, no? Every end of the year, may bayad na, no? 200,000. So, ito yun. So this would be 200,000. So let's bend this a little bit. So this is 200,000. Ayan. Okay. So 200,000 yung ano niya, payment niya para doon sa notes payable. Now, the interest, pag compute ng interest is simply 758,160 times 10%, 0.10. So this would be 75,816, no? So 758. Okay, so ganito, no? Yung principal, no? O yung present value times yung 10%, no? Yung previous na present value times 10%. Since the previous present value is 758, so times 10%. So this would be 75,816, 75,000 credit discount on notes payable, 75,816. Ayan. So yung principal, ma-minus lang natin to. So 200,000 less 75,816. You will get 124,000. Dito na yan actually. 124,000. Hindi yata naka-align yung sulat ko. 800 or 184. Okay, so medyo itaas-taas natin to para hindi parang yan. So this is 758,160. Yun. So yung difference naman yan, no? So this is 124,000. So kukunin lang natin yung difference nitong payment na to. So, payment less, ito yun, no? So, payment less interest equals principal. Yung present value naman, okay, so since 758, no, itong 124,184, i-less natin siya doon sa 758,160 yung sa previous na present value. So, we will get 633,976. So, this would be 633,976. So, ganito rin dito, yung pangalawang taon, babayaran natin, no? Okay, tapusin na natin, no? So this is 200,000. So kunin natin yung yung interest nito, yung previous na present value, which is 633,976 times 10%. Okay, so this would be 63,397.6. Kunin naman natin yung yung principal by deducting yung interest from the payment, so less 200,000. Okay, so that would be 136,602.4. So itong 136,602.4 ililess naman natin dun sa previous na present value of 633,976. So we will get 497,374 kung i-round off na natin. Yeah, there we go. And then of course yung sa next na naman natin, no? So yung no? Okay. Masarap maging accountant, no? Okay. So 200,000 na naman dyan para dito sa kailan ito? 1, 2, 3, 4 taon. And of course this would be yung interest niya is 497. Ito yung present value niya, no? 497,374 times 0.10. So this would be yung interest niya para dito sa taon na to, 49,737.4. So i-less lang natin itong 49,000 dito sa 200,000 para makuha natin yung para doon sa principal na i-less naman natin doon sa present value. So this would be 150,262.6. Yan. So ito naman i-less natin doon. So i-less natin dito sa 497,374. So this would be 347,111.4. Yan. Malapit na tayo matapos. Mga less than 3 hours na lang. So ito naman 31. So ito 200,000. Kailangan kasi ma-zero out itong itong present value na yan. Okay, so this one, so 347,101.11. Okay. Times 0.10, this would be 34,000. Ito yung interest. 34,711.14. So, ililess natin dun sa 200,000 para makuha yung sa principal part, yung principal portion. Kasi imputed interest na to. No? Kumbaga, pasok na siya dun sa, dun sa present value. Okay, interest na yan. Okay, so 165,288,000.86. So, ililess naman natin siya dun sa previous principal of 347,111.4. So, you will get 181,822.54. Yan. So, malapit na. Ito na lang, 231,000. Yan na, malapit na. No? Okay. Actually, may na lang dyan. Konting na lang yan. Kumbaga, parang rounding off na lang yan. So, another 200,000 here. Yan, 200,000. So, this would be 181,000 times 0.10 would give you 18,182.25, and then of course less mo dun sa previous na present value of 181,822.54. You will get 163,640.27. 27. So, or 29. Okay, so, ito naman, ano lang to, parang rounding off na lang to. So ganyan yung magiging, ano niya, ganyan yung magiging, kasagutan niya. Okay, so yung principal, okay, so, mapapansin natin habang, yan, so habang yung tumataas ito yung sa principal. Okay, so 165. Yan. So, principal payment. No? Okay, so principal payment of this one. Actually, this is 181. Mali yung pagkata-compute ko. Masyadong napababa. So, 200,000 pala. This is 200,000 less. Yan. So, pati ako nalilito na dito, no? Alam mo, pagka ganyan, no? Natural lang yan, no? Okay, 0.25 especially ganyan. So this is 181. No? Baka may mag-comment dyan eh. Actually, tinitignan ko lang kung nahalata nyo. No, so 817, no? 0.75. Okay, 75 here. Okay. So that would be, or pwede na no? So ano na lang yan, no? So rounding off na lang yan. Okay, see. So if you have any questions there, no, so you can just shoot me a comment, no? But of course, so kanina nakita natin sa amortization table. So kung ano man yung difference doon sa principal after the last year, no, saka doon sa yung remaining present value, no. These are immaterial, so ilang na lang yan. Kumbaga ilang piso na lang yan. Now, this time we will take up naman yung sa non-interest bearing note payable in lump sum. So yung kanina kung nakita natin doon yung installments na 200,000 for 5 years, ito naman isahan, no? So gagamit rin tayo ng present value dito, no? Kaya lang hindi yung cumulative na present value. So let's take this up, no? So on January 1, 2020, an entity acquired an equipment for 1 million. The entity paid 100,000 down. So mababawasan yung notes payable natin, no? And sign a non-interest bearing note for the balance which is due after 3 years on January 1, 2023. So magdue siya or yung full payment niya sa January 1, 2023. So the beginning of the year yung niya, no? Yung bayad niya. There was no established cash price for the equipment. So, ano yung gagamitin natin? So the prevailing interest rate for this type of note is 10%, which is the present value of 1 for 3 periods. So magiging ng equipment niyan is, since we have, so magiging computation niyan is that, which is the value of the equipment, no? Okay? So yan na naman yung pamangkin ko, no? He's practicing his vocal cords every morning. Okay, so computation yan is that ito yung para dun sa cost ng equipment. So merong wala na tuloy ako. Okay, so meron tayong tinatawag na yung bang cash price, no? So yung cash price niya, yung cash down payment, no? Okay, down payment, which is actually ito, magkano ba yun? 100,000. Sinabi yun, no? Okay, the entity paid 100,000. And then yung present value, okay, so PV na lang, present value of note payable. Okay, so this would be yung computation yan. This would be for 1 or 900,000 na lang. Kasi nakabayad na nung yung 100,000. So 900,000 times yung present value niya of 1 for 3 periods, which is 0.7513. Yan nga, paki-compute nga yan. Sige, kunin natin yung calculator natin para hindi tayo magkamali. So this would be paano ba ito? Okay, so kumpuni lang natin. This is 900,000 times 0.7513 yung present value, no? So this would be 676
170. So, add lang natin yan. Kung nabahala dyan. 776,170. Yan. So, itong imputed interest, ikaw naman bahala dyan. Yan. So, paano pag-compute yan? Sige, ako na rin bahala dyan. No? Okay, so, dito, lagay natin yan yung face amount ng note. Okay, face amount of notes payable, no? Magkano ba yung face amount yan? Di ba 1 million, pero nagbayad tayo ng down payment ng 100,000. So, magiging 900,000 na lang yan. Yan. Tapos, leless natin dito yung ito. Yan. Yung present value. Present value of notes payable. So, this would be 676,170, and you will get the imputed interest of how much? Sige nga. So, less 900,000. Kaya mo yan, no? Okay, so ulit nga. 900,000. Pati calculator ko nalilito na. 676,170. So, this would be 223,830. So, ito yung imputed interest. So, yung mga sinasabi nilang non-interest bearing, meron talagang interest yun. No? May interest yun. Yung nga lang, imputed interest. So, the journal entries for that, the first journal entry is to record the purchase of equipment on January 1, 2020. That is debit equipment for 776,170. Ito yung na-compute natin, yung down payment na 100,000 plus present value of the note of 676,170, which gives you the cost of the equipment for 776,170. And then, of course, debit discount on notes payable. Ito yung imputed interest for 223,830. And then cash payment of 100,000, and the total of note payable of 900,000 credit. And the second journal entry is to record the interest expense for 2020. So this is also computed using the table of amortization, no? Okay, so that's the interest expense of 67,617. No, so that's the present value of 676,170 times, this is times 10%, so you get 67,617. And then credit, of course, discount on notes payable for 67,617. So the discount on notes payable is amortized as interest expense using effective interest method. Ayan, so going to naman natin yung sa amortization ng interest, no? Okay, so since beginning of the year, so this is 1/1/20, meron tayong discount yung na-compute natin kanina rito, no? So ito yung incidentally, ito yung ano nila, no, yung heading, no? So the interest expense, discount on note payable para dun sa lump sum non-interest bearing note and present value. So we computed for the discount of 223,830. Ayun. And then yung present value, ito yun. Okay, of 676,170. I hope you can see it. There. Ayan. Okay, so para dito naman sa end of the year, which is December 31, 2020, magko-compute tayo ng interest expense based on this one. Okay, so 676,170 times 10%. Ako na bahala dyan. Kukunin lang natin yan. So, 67,617. So, para mabilis, no? Tatanggalin mo lang yung last na nito. Okay, since this is 10%. So, ililess natin. Pero ito, kailangan natin ng calculator nito. Okay, so, this would be yung sa discount, mababawasan na siya. So, less 67,617. That would become 156,000 213. Okay. So the present value of this one, ililess naman natin dito, no? This would become 676 less 676 170. Okay, less this one, which is 156. Now, so we will have, or add, after getting this, na i-less naman natin yung 67,000 from this one, from the present value. So 676 170 less 67,617. So we will, or add pala, sorry, we will add that 776 kasi it's a discount. So pag discount, ina-add natin dun sa present value, no? Particularly in this lump sum. Okay, so 170 plus 67 617. So we will get 700, okay, 43,787. So multiply naman natin yan by 10%. So this we will have here 74,379. So round off na natin. And then ililess natin dito sa previous balance ng discount on notes payable. So less 156,213. So we will have 81,834. Yan. And then ito. Yan. So 74,379 less dito sa, or i-add pala natin. Sorry. Kasi discount yan, no? Sinabi ko na yan. Plus 743. Nalilito na itong calculator. No? Gusto na magpahinga. 743,787. So this would be 818. Pero sandali na lang. Ayan. 166. So kunin naman natin yung interest expense. So multiply natin by 0.10. So this would be 81,816 or 817 kasi 0.6, no? So 7. So again, paano na ko yun? 818 166 times 10%, you get 81,817. So ililess naman natin siya dito. Yan. Sa 81,000. Okay, so 81,000. Kung mapapansin natin, halos pareho na sila ng amount, no? Kasi, so this is the purpose of amortization, of this particular amortization, to bring that amount to its dun sa their present value, no? Okay, so ililess natin ngayon, ayan natin to ngayon. So 818,166 plus 81,817. So actually 167 na yan, no? So this is 900,000. Okay, so parang nandun na siya sa ano. Okay, so that is our lesson for this present value. Whew! Okay, so nagpawisan ako doon, no? So well, if you have any questions dito sa dito sa particular topic na to about notes payable, just shoot me a comment below, and any suggestions that you want, topics na gusto niyo pag-usapan, no? Pag-usapan natin yan, no? So lahat yan with regard to accounting, of course, even yung mga managerial accounting, no? We can also talk about that, no? In the future, basta makapasa ka sa CPA, no? Kayang-kaya yan, no? So God bless, stay safe, and keep your hands clean.